From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a third time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On a jet sweep, here's Cooper. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
To throw on second and 6. Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Down. Check right.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try the option on third down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing now is Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And they'll run again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Lance going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow, he's going to air one out. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, Momentum, might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe Momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. That time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Room here, and now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Lance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Brandon Ayuk as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but you make a big...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, his second sack of the night. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Here we go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
11, Thomas.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve.
1-1,
Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. He'll get it inside the 20.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here we go.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go.
Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Open man is Samuel. Complete. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Burrow. His throw incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
38.
Here's Lance. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
11.
Here's Burrow. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll get this up to about the 44. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Trey Lance with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Here we go.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Ready, break. Hey, confused.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you can actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go,
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Here we go.
From the 44, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Burrow will throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
11 coming.
Again, it's Burrow.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. So in effect, the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
That keeps the score. Chiefs 48, Bengals 34.
So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports.